Am I gonna die?
You did die. Inga.
I really don't feel like doing this.
Don't be like that. It's a party thrown by the Kano group.
A 19th century ball gown is a pain. The skirt's like this, and the corset like this.
But you've read up on it in manga. Don't worry. President Kano had his assistant send over this dress just for his costume party. It's not a normal design, but...
Give a girl some warning!
This way, we won't cause any embarrassment as the master's proxy.
I'm a what? On TV, they say that President Kanao is going to be arrested today or tomorrow.
It's Kano, and they make up things on television.
Do they? Anyway, there's no way I'm going to that party alone!
Oh, that looks great on you, Rie.
Well, it doesn't feel that way.
It must have been a real bear putting that on. A long time ago, Japan constructed the Rokomeikin to hold balls with the aim of entering into fair treaties with foreign countries. Kano-san's idea is to go back to basics and look at international relationships with fresh eyes. Give him my regards.
You're not coming. Huh?
Excuse me, sir. Miss Koyama just barged in here.
Izumi-san?
Chairman Kaisho, did I hear correctly you aren't going to the party this evening?
Excuse me!
I'm a friend of Kano-san.
Chairman, remember, you're an outside advisor to us prosecutors.
Excuse me!
This is a golden opportunity for you to question Kano directly.
This evening, I'm acting as my father's proxy, whether I like it or not.
Always such a contrarian.
Nope, this lift is reserved. Please take another elevator.
Lucky day, it's almost empty.
Let me press it!
Go ahead, top floor.
You two.
Okay.
What business do you two have at this evening's party? An invitation?
You weren't the one who put us on the guest list then, prosecutor?
Of course not. Why would I have...
Excuse me, Miss Koyama? Who are they exactly?
Never mind them. If you go near them, your dress will get dirty.
What? I'm clean. Come on, hug Izumi-chan.
Keep your distance, you little monster. This is Chairman Kaishu's...
Rinroku's daughter?
How dare you address the chairman by name?
What? These days, a shady net business success has a monopoly on money and technology and is an advisor to every ministry and agency. So...
What? You're Napoleon too, Kondo-san?
My wife told me that this was the only way to go.
You international banks always prosper after a fire.
Not at all. It's thanks to you, member. Anyway, I wondered how Kano-san is dealing with that.
The prosecutor, and especially the new Joint Coordinating Department, intend to arrest him no matter what.
If that happens, then we'll also... Kano-san, thank you so much for the kind
Kano-kun,
invitation.
arresting you would be runaway abuse of the prosecutor's power. I'll use tonight's party to again clear you of all suspicion.
I'm afraid I'm going to cause you two trouble.
It must be hard on you too, madam. I mean, having to hold a party in your very own building.
I confess that I'm afraid to even step out of the door.
Well, let's go.
Hello, I've come as Kaisho Renroku's proxy. My name is Rie. Thank you for coming.
Delightful to see you.
Professor Kaisho's daughter.
Well. I've never had the opportunity to meet Mr. Kaisho, but let me take this occasion to greet his daughter.
Then Professor Kaisho actually exists?
Chairman Kaisho! Oh, wow!
Mr. Kaisho, I need to speak to you, please. Out of his house.
Back off now!
No, it's okay, Izumi. Nice to meet you. I'm honored.
If you're at the party, then, Chairman Kaisho supports President Kano. It shows that he believes in his innocence, right?
Hello, President Kano. Thank you very much for inviting me here tonight. I bow.
Who the hell are you?
Fact! He's a beacon of light in this chaotic world. People call him the last great detective, Yuki Shinjuurou.
Yuki, I've heard that name before.
He's the little upstart that always shows up at crime scenes to criticize Chairman Kaisho's brilliant deductions.
Yes, the papers have dubbed him the defeated detective. Why are you here?
Well, obviously someone wanted me to be here, meaning a crime was to occur, and a major one. No surprise, it's murder.
First Kano, then they try to ingratiate themselves with Chairman Kaisho. These ingrates have no principles. Pardon me, miss.
Oh my gosh, that's Yuki Shinjuurou, the defeated detective.
No one is a greater patriot than Kano Nobuzade. These suspicions against him stem from nothing more than the state yielding to pressure from foreign countries. Kano-kun, I give you my word that we will protect you.
Thank you. Continuing on, I would be honored to hear a few words from Kano.
Ono passes on reconstruction work to Kano, and Kanda puts up financial backing received from other countries. But somewhere in this triangle, the money goes missing.
Please tell me, what do you people want?
I thought you were with the detective. And don't you dare try to tell me that business before was an attempt to help me. I don't need him.
Is there a room above this one?
Huh? Are you kidding? This whole building is President Kano's home.
How did you know?
Who are you?
Miss Kaisho.
You didn't have to go to the trouble of having the SP guard me.
SP?
We can't afford to let anything happen to you. Be on guard. I'd like to make a little toast, if I may.
A toast to what?
A toast that you prosecutors and your suspicions will soon be dispelled.
Miss Kaisho! Are you all right?
I'm very sorry.
Perhaps the fine champagne went right to your head. Miss Kaisho, how do you feel?
I'm fine. I just need a minute. Be right out.
Everyone, there is something that I, Kano Nobuzane, would like to say regarding the suspicions that are directed at me.
Insisting his innocence before a crowd? He's absolutely pathetic.
What is it?
I don't know, but we have to hurry, dear.
My name is Hayami. I'm with the Metro Police Department.
The Joint Coordinating Department is allowed to use our judgment on launching an investigation. And as such, this is my call. The murderer is still in this hall.
The more interesting facet of the case may not be who did it, but what the motive was.
Darling!
Representative Kanda and Member Ono, come here!
What is it?
I want to know, where were you two when the lights went out?
What are you saying, young lady?
Just like your father, Chairman Kaisho. Very wise, since a number of difficult cases have been solved.
Before everything in the room went dark, someone wearing a Napoleon outfit was near the podium. Several people have said they witnessed
Which
this.
one of us are you accusing of the crime?
Maybe both of you.
That's absurd.
Mr. Kano is under investigation on suspicion of embezzling funds for reconstruction support from other countries. And I am well aware both of you are connected to the alleged activities. If he had been arrested, well, then you two.
Ridiculous! When the lights went out, I was talking to Mr. Kanda. I wasn't even near the podium.
That's right, and I can establish Member Ono's innocence as well.
You both chose to dress as Napoleon, a costume that would stand out. A beautiful plan that would seem to support each other's alibi.
Yes. Understood.
What are you doing up here? There's nothing for you to do here.
The junior detective. Can't tell who your father is, can I?
My father is a vastly different man than you. He simply offers advice for the sake of this country's future.
Sorry, Rie. Step aside, if you please.
Everyone, this is Chairman Kaisho.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As most of you know, I was friends with Kano-san. Apologies for not being with you, but that does not exclude my participation.
Innumerable difficult cases have been solved by the wisdom of Chairman Kaisho, Special Advisor to the Coordinating Department of the Prosecutor's Office.
Daddy! The criminals are Member Ono and Representative Kanda.
That isn't possible.
But Daddy!
They may be wearing the same outfit, but they still stand out far too much in the crowd.
And Chairman, no one here saw anything. There was no suspicious activity anywhere near the podium just before the lights went out.
Oh, but they were there. Certainly they were there, but at some point in the evening they slipped from everyone's sight. In fact, they're still there.
I see. SP, the security guards.
When VIPs get together, it's taken for granted that security guards or the SP are in position, to the point where they fall under people's radar.
Are you saying that the SP actually murdered Kano?
Now I see. Of course it must be it.
Excuse me?
Kano, my husband didn't line his own pockets with the fortunes of others. The truth is, he took part of the reconstruction funds and supplies and stashed them somewhere at the request of someone from the government. He intended to reveal that here tonight. But before he could do so, one of the government's lapdogs just...
That's ridiculous! The residence elevator, I see.
She pretended to leave the hall with us, but then went right back, and when the room went dark, she obeyed orders and killed my husband.
I'm sure she would have been informed of the timing schedule.
How could you? Why would you people do this?
Shinjuurou.
But madam, we would never...
I can't hold it anymore.
I'm mistaken. I've heard the levels of gravity and...
Just hang on.
Inga!
The police did it. The prosecutors did it. No, even higher than you. You ganged up on my husband.
You're wrong!
No, I'm not.
You are wrong. One might say dead wrong. Tell me, why is her jacket off?
Huh?
If someone with the police department or prosecutor's office used this woman to assassinate Kano Nobuzane,
And they did.
then why is she in an elevator with a bullet in her chest? Quite a luxurious place for just the two of you.
If the police assassinated him, it would be pointless if we found out later that an SP did it. That's why you say suicide is out of the question, right? But if she meant to exact vengeance on Kano on her own, it's possible she killed herself afterward.
In that case, she just would have killed him out in the open with a gun. Why a knife?
Well...
If anyone wore a black suit here, they could be taken for the SP.
Are you saying that someone impersonated the SP?
Of course, that person must have chosen the moment the lights went out from the very beginning. The person caught the SP off guard, shot her to death, impersonated her, and returned to the hall. Then, moving naturally, she approached Mr. Kano. At the time of the murder, there were only 2 people outside of the hall.
Whoa, hold on, it wasn't me!
Mrs. Kano?
Don't even joke about such a thing. My husband was murdered in front of an entire ballroom. There were hundreds of suspects there, and you accuse me? Why would I kill him?
Yes. I want to know the reason for that, too. Look who's out.
And who is that?
This person is my boss. Sorta, kinda.
My name is Inga, little lady. Please, let me ask you just one thing.
You what?
Well, let me see.
Got it.
All right. Tell me, what was your husband to you? A criminal? The man you loved? What was he?
I don't have to answer that.
Tell me. Tell me, what was your husband to you? You can do it. What?
A hero. He had to be a hero to everyone.
So who was that?
She can ask one question, and people have no choice but to answer her with the truth.
What do you mean he was a hero?
Have you forgotten already?
Huh?
Until recently, we were at war. In retaliation for seriously dispatching troops, terrorists launched multiple attacks against us.
I know, there was a war, but it's over.
No, it's not settled yet.
During the war, Kano dedicated his resources to combat terrorism in this country, and he was lauded for it. And yet, after the war, all they can say is he's lining his pockets. Even though we, who survived, were just desperately trying to stay alive. That man lived for this country, and I wasn't going to let him be arrested. So now he became a hero and died!
That's why you stabbed him. You killed the SP, impersonated her.
But what about proof?
The SP's jacket was taken off. Most likely she borrowed the jacket from the SP and then returned to the hall. Afterwards, she didn't put the jacket back on the SP, but at her feet. That dress you're wearing, it can be put on easily, can it?
Yes.
Then under all that frilly stuff, it's possible to wear pants, right? Maybe even now.
Those shoes.
If the police had killed him, Mr. Kanu wouldn't be a criminal, but a victim of a government conspiracy. Is that why you decided to murder an innocent SP?
More people died in the war, didn't they? During the war, he gathered up supplies from around the world for the sake of the country. But now it's evil that he survived and made money. It's the damned war that caused our tragic fall from grace. It's the war's fault.
People get corrupted every day. Even saints and heroes. There's nothing you can do to prevent it. And that's our salvation.
Phone call. It's for you.
Again, it seems I fell just a little short of you.
You knew from the beginning, didn't you? Come on, you can tell me.
But unfortunately, as always, the woman SP is going to be announced as the criminal. Let's see. Mrs. Kanu must have realized before the police did who the killer was and shot her in the chest. Yes, I believe that tracks nicely. The accusation of Kano-san's misappropriation of goods was simply a false charge, somebody's plot. This way, his honor stays intact.
A beautiful outcome.
I thought you might like it.
Wait a minute. Where did that woman go?
Oh.
She said she was tired, so she went home.
I see. I'm sorry. I didn't know. My father's deductions were always spot on, and you're actually right. I'm really sorry, but my father and Miss Koyama don't let that...
It's my destiny to lose to your father. That's why they call me the defeated detective. Yeah.
But I'm sure Mr. Kano really was a hero to his wife. A hero that desperately protected his family and his company in this chaotic society. Even if it's a lie, one that's so beautiful should... well...
Some things should simply be allowed to end while they're still beautiful, right?
Yes.
It's not something that applies to us, since we'll always be in the process of falling.
Original story is called Les Miserables from Ongo Sakaguchi's Ongo Detective Stories. I'm gonna read it now. What's a sketchy rickshaw man? Pourboire? English twist. Hey, Shinjuurou! This is a completely different story! The bad guy's Chris Bork, it says. There was no Chris Bork in our story, right? Ungo Episode 2, Pitiless Song. So, what's a ghillie?